is ruling in the earth. It is ruling in the earth. And so I said that because you know famine is coming. What you gonna do when the shelves get empty? Come on, y'all. We got to start turning over the dirt. Not just like you been trying to get me to turn over the dirt. Grow your own food. Listen, you gonna have to do something. You have to make an effort to do something. Yahuah got you. He had it, but you gonna have to start caring. You gonna have to start caring about something. That's what we're gonna have to. Are y'all following me? You can't start making forth the effort. You can't just sit around here and have a party all the time and having fun, and then when these things come, all Yahuah, come on Yahuah, do this for me. No. Doing what we want to do, acting the way that we want to act, letting our oil run out. Judgment is coming. Now, and I told them too, I said, my neighbor there, I said, now, judgment is coming to this world and you're going to go through it. And I said, it's not coming just because evilness is in the world. The main reason why it's coming because of how the nations have done the chosen folk. And I said, that's me and sorry. And I told him, I said, you go and you read that book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Well, y'all read it. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. And when you get to read that book, you know. Don't deny nothing. Don't want to know it. Even when you come into understanding this, don't want to not honor or understand it. You're going to know that there's no other group of people but one that have went through all this. I'm going to tell you. The sign right there who the folk is. It's right there. But we want to deny. You want to do this. You want to believe that. You want to believe this and that. I said, it don't matter if you're Catholic, Baptist, or whatever, Pentecostal, whatever you want to be. I said, look here. If we don't get it together, and believe me, I call the name of Yahuah to them. We don't get it together, you don't get it together, you're going to be deceived and you're going to be left. And that's the bottom line. So we have to get it together. Oh, shoot. So we have to get it together. Y'all following me? Let me read a little bit more of this right here of what's coming. It says, for many of them that dwell on the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Let me go on down to verse 24. It says, then shall be no man, there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. The Most High is talking about coming in doing, I'm talking about doing a sweep destroy. Just sweep and destroy. We don't believe it because we never seen times like that before. I'm telling you, we are about to have a culture shock of what's fixing to happen in this world. And I'm telling you, and when the Most High set up his kingdom, there's never been a kingdom like it, and there never will be a kingdom like it. Total life will change. And there's still going to be rebels then, believe it or not. Can you believe that? There's still going to be rebels then, rebelling against him, and there's still going to be rebels even of us. Look here. It's so important. Well, let me just read some more. It says, let's go on. I'm trying to skip down because there's a lot in here. It says, for of a city there shall be 10 left. Judgment coming now. Of a city. How many, what's the population in Tupelo? What, maybe 50, 55, 60,000? Huh? Probably more than that now. I know it was that like, about 5 years ago or something? Yeah, okay. Just say 60,000 of a city. Most High said when he get through, ain't going to be but 10 people left. Is this giving you an idea of how we supposed to live? Because some of us cannot let go our crap. Huh? I need to be in that number and counted worthy, Rob. I want to be counted worthy to go and to live in his kingdom. I don't know will I not, but I'm sure I do. I hope that I be counted worthy to go into his kingdom. Of a city of 100,000, 10 people left. Yahuah said, when I get done. Come on, y'all ain't believing this word. Ain't believing this word. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and two of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, and in the clefts of the rocks. The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. Now you get these old theologians and dispensationalists and all this kind of stuff. Oh, that happened when Israel was coming out of Egypt and went after Egypt and in the wilderness. Away from me. This is futuristic right here. And these days here is almost up on us. They're almost up on us. Are y'all feeling me? Are y'all feeling me? It says, or else when a vineyard, I was trying to draw lines under this stuff, and I was drawing lines all through it. So, or as a vineyard, I'm trying to get to the part where he was talking to his people. When he started talking to his people about this. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left of them that search their houses with the sword. God, let me read that again. Let me go up to verse 29. It says, as in an orchard of olive, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her path shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel through them. Now the Most High is talking about doing his own depopulation. You got me what I'm saying? But the wicked elites and Bilderbergs and the Fords and the Carnegies and the Rothschilds and the Gates and all these wicked people that's rule the land and the Facebook owner people and all that kind of stuff, you're trying to depopulate, but your tail is going to be killed too. Matter of fact, I pray that the Most High kill all y'all wicked folk, because y'all are wicked. I pray in tongues that he kill all y'all wicked folk, because y'all are wicked. Y'all destroyed the world. You've destroyed people. You've destroyed the nation. You have done all of this. My prayer is that y'all all be killed. And don't come to me, you little old Christian pastor. Oh boy, you can't have that hate. You got to praise Jesus. You get away from me with that. These wicked people, I'm praying in the spirit that they die. They need to be dead. Don't come to me with this little Christian stuff. This little Christian stuff, nice to everyone. No, I'm going to hate who the Most High hate. And the Most High talking about killing who he hate. How come I can't talk about it? He's talking about he's going to kill who he hating here. Because these folk have done destruction all over this world. They're killing babies. Man, don't you know there's more of babies, particularly our babies, our little babies, been killed. More of them been killed more of them been killed than what died in Vietnam War. Are y'all hearing me? More babies have been aborted to the Elohim, what's his name? Moloch, than what was killed in the Vietnam War. Probably in all the wars combined. And you think I don't pray? I'm not praying that these folk die. I want these wicked folk, these reptilians folk to die and go to hell. Burn in hell throughout eternity. I think it needs to be said. That's all. I think it needs to be said. We have too many scared and shaking leaders in their boots. Just want to preach to you, Andy Rose. Ha, in the name of Jesus, get up and shake your leg for him. Ha. We got too many scared pastors. And I can read to you what he said he's going to do to them shepherds that have led his people astray. Now, he ain't talking about shepherds that are just other nations. He's talking about the Israelite shepherds. Yahuah is not playing in these last days, and we better get it together. We better get up and put our socks on and our clothes on and our shoes on, and we better be ready to go. You can't be ready. You can't be getting up, putting socks and shoes on and clothes on and getting yourself together to be ready to go if you haven't walked right in this earth. Don't be getting up, getting ready to go somewhere like I'm giving you an invitation to get in the van. You ain't done right. Many of us are traitors. Think about that. Many of us, see a lot of these people, let me tell you here. The Most High gonna bring a lot of nations over also, right? You might well just, that's the way it is. A lot of the nations are gonna be, a lot of people that's in other nations is going to be saved and coming to the promised land too, you know. But these people like your Bill Gates and stuff, these people are pure white. These people ain't white. These people are Luciferians. They are lizards. They are reptilians. You hear me? These people are not human. You got your Rockefeller. These people are not human. These people are reptilian. They eye don't go like this. They eye go like this. We don't believe that we're told. All we believe is Little Nelly coming to Tupelo to give us a concert. We'll believe that. But the stuff that's really happening behind the scene, and we do not believe it. We don't even care about it. We are willfully ignorant. We don't search nothing out. We just rather get mad at the one that's telling the truth than go and search it out for ourselves. We just want to get mad at the one that's telling the truth. We ain't going to search nothing out. Shoot, because we're rebellious by nature. We don't want to live according to the will and the word and the way of Yahuah. Let me get on down here because I want to show you something. Now, he done named all this stuff that's going to happen, right? He said, now, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Verse 33, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Verse 32, and I'm just reading up. It says, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her path shall grow dull of thorns, because no man shall travel there. Shall travel there through. And then he said this right here in verse 40. Let's see. Here now these things. I'm going to read verse 35. He said, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of Yahuah. Now, who you think he's talking about now? Huh? Y'all say it. Now, I said what? The who? His people. Okay, I'm not hearing you straight. Y'all muffled. It says, hear now these things. Now, he didn't pronounce judgment and talking about what he's going to do in this world. Now he's telling his folk to hear, his own chosen people. Now I need you to hear this right here. Behold the word of Yahuah. Receive it, he said. We people, receive what he is saying. Because some of us will just shake this off and just go back to our daily lives. Why? Because there's no discipline in us. And we don't believe that this is coming no way. We think that this is just talk because I've been hearing that Jesus, it's been coming back all my life and it ain't happened yet. Well, Jesus ain't never coming. But Yahushua will be here in just a little while. So, are y'all feeling me? He says, so receive it. Believe not the Elohim of whom Yahuah spoke, or the false ones of whom Yahuah spoke. Don't believe them. He said, receive it, believe me. He says, behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack. And when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her wounds. That's supposed to be, and which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. That don't supposed to be, does it? He compared to you how it's going to be. After a woman travail, all them pains go away, right? Go away. Well, you said it ain't going to be that way. He said even after hours, you still going to be feeling birth pains. Listen to him. They don't know him. Many Christendom don't know him. Yeah, and I told him yesterday, I said, now, all y'all know is love, love. He said, so loving. He's loving. I said, now, look. I said, I don't care how flat a pancake is. It got 2 sides. And they just laugh a little bit. Yeah. But all y'all know is the loving side, the loving. Just love, 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 love. He's all that. And he's all that on the other side too. He will kill you, Sister Lily. He will kill you. We don't believe that Yahuah would do that. He will kill you, Denise. Obey his word. Obey his laws and his commands where we can in the land of our captivity. Because when we get into our land, you're going to have no excuse. Everything that he put forth, we have to walk in. When we get into the land, again, folk ain't even up on that. Mary, they're not even up on that. Listen here. Before we even try, or before anyone can even grasp you even saying the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, and the feast days, and you got to keep this and all that. Before they can, that should never even be mentioned to them, because they will not understand it until they have an understanding of who they are first. That's the thing that we need to be doing, waking folk up. Just tell them who they are, and we don't want to stay there too long, because I said that the other day about everybody's still trying to prove, we're always still trying to prove who we are. Well, we should not be trying to prove who we are, but we should be telling people who they are. Y'all feel me? Because Yahushua is going to prove everything. Look here. The Bible says, can a nation be born in a day? Everybody going to know who we are in one day. Everybody. But they claim that for 1948. You lie, your pants on fire. There ain't no 1948. You know why it ain't no 1948 that a nation be born in a day? Because there are signs that when the Most High restore Israel, there's going to be peace forever. No one is never going to come in your land and do this. No one is never going to disturb you. I'm going to be your covering. You're going to have everything that you need. Why them folks still fighting over there? Them family fighting over there since they've been there. Why things are still coming up against them? Why they had to have water and stuff and hauled in when he said your land is plush? That let you know we ain't gathered yet. But we don't have to keep proving who we are, because in one day the whole world is going to know that these black folk are the Hebrews. They going to know. So we wasting a lot of time still trying to prove who we are. Because they're going to know. Let's wake them up. Let's walk by them and shake them a little bit. That's all you got to do. And they ain't even shake them a little bit, and all they got to do is you walk them off to the next one. If they choose to put the snooze button on, that's them. Y'all feel me? That's all you got to do. Got to wake them. Got to just wake them up. Because everybody's going to know who we are sooner or later. If they read their Bible, they will know now. If they read their Bibles, they will know now. I don't care nothing about these folk. They'll tune in. A lot of these Baptist preachers, they'll tune in. They may hear something and just, you can do it all you want to. You can do it all you want to. You do it again. You can do it. That boy, all you want to. I do not care. No, speaking is the truth. And if you're going to be gathered up out of here, you're going to have to know the truth also. And you're going to have to turn from your religious ways. You see, I said that strategically. I didn't say turn from your wicked ways, because I don't believe you're wicked. You have to turn from your religious ways. And then you'll be able to hear what thus says Yahuah. You don't even want to hear Yahuah. You don't even want to hear Yahusha. You just want to keep using Jesus and God. God ain't no name. He said, all the earth shall know my name. And what is that name? God? That ain't no name. Some things can just wake us up. Some things can just wake us up. Huh? He didn't say that all should know Caesar Borgia's name. He said all should know the name of Yahusha too. Not Caesar Borgia's. Well, who is that? Yo, Jesus. Man, I'm tired of this crap. You ever got just frustrated and tired because people choose to be ignorant? It's hard to tolerate willful ignorance, Denise. It's hard to tolerate that. I try to be nice sometimes, but sometimes I don't give a doggone about being no nice to folk that want to just kick the ball, continue to kick the ball down the road. We're too close now. We're too close to be nice now, Sharon. Because these folk that you so desperate to be nice to, and just because that you judge me, so you're going to try not to judge them because it makes you feel bad, that's them same folk that are going to turn you into anti. I didn't say auntie, I say anti. Antichrist. Anti-Messiah. Them the same folk that you're going to try to be nice to, that you're going to give bread, and even let in your home, call them, and then they're going to call their agent whom they have accepted the mark of the beast to. So we're going to be here for that too. You're going to be here for it. Stop following this fake rapture. This fake rapture. Call me crazy all you want to. You said you know how to read, don't you? Go and read it for yourself. Stop believing everything somebody tell you. You don't even have to believe me. You don't even have to believe me. Go research it for yourself. That's all you have to do. Why don't folk do that? Why folks choose to get upset at you, Denise, when they can read and go search it for themselves? Huh? Daniel said that in these last days, knowledge is going to be increased. Most of us walk around with this. All we got to do is open it. Go to Google or something. Go. But you want to get mad at me. This is one of the ways that the Most High has used to increase your knowledge. This is one of the things that the Most High have used to begin to expose stuff that has been hidden. Expose lies that have been told. Even expose that they lied about only 66. And these wicked people don't do nothing without without purpose. They don't do anything without purpose. What's the number of a man? The Antichrist? 666. They took everything and left you with 6, and you the man that carrying it, they're going to make up the other 6. We don't think. We just don't think. We don't think. And the man that's going to come, he's going to make up the other 6. 6. I thank the Holy Spirit for that. But we don't think. It took away everything else and left 6. And that one that's going to show up going to make it complete. And you're going to believe in him. Dummy. I got to quit that because every folk don't want to hear what I'm saying. But look here. You can shout the truth. You can preach the truth. You can cuss the truth. If it's the truth, I'm going to consider. Boy, might have some. You said, flam, and I told you he's coming. Flam, and his name is Yahuah. You can cuss the truth. I'm smart enough to, he said it that way, but it's got to be something to it. All the profanity is not going to bother me. What we don't realize is this right here. Well, I ain't even going to say that. I'm not even going to say that. Man, we got to get it together. We're looking for reasons to be ignorant. We're looking for reasons to keep our way as though our way is the way and we know everything. We're looking for reasons to keep it. Oh, boy, you just talking to me. How you know something? You ain't got but 5 folk. What you mean I got to have 10,000 to speak the truth? I got to have 10,000 to know the truth? You got 300 and you off. It's a dog hind leg. You're crooked, that's a dog hind leg. You're off, it's 2 left shoes. You ever seen children when they put on their shoes the wrong foot? How they be looking? How they be looking? That's the way some of our leaders look. You know if you're going that way? That's the way some of our leaders look. They are off, it's 2 left shoes, man. Ain't gonna get mad at me because I'm telling the truth with 4 folk. 4 folk. That might have been the Most High said, less than that and you telling the truth. Because you don't need but 3, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ruach. Yeah, but I'm just having fun cutting up now. So let me just get back into this here. But we need to hear what the Most High have said. You hear this, my people. He said, oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evil days, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. In the evil days. You know what that means? Still be like pilgrims in the earth. And all this evil that is going on, all this judgment that is going on Allison, you just keep on passing through with your faith in me. Keep on passing through, Rob. Keep on passing through, Sherry. Keep your faith in me. Be just like a pilgrim in this earth. Pilgrims is people that travel. Back in the day, they call them pilgrims. Huh? Sojourners. Well, sojourners, travelers, same thing. Sojourners. And look, just keep on. He said, be like them. Because this is not your place. You got some people, man, they'll have you not knowing which way to turn. They'll have you not knowing which way to turn. There are some people that believe America, which is the center of Babylon, and they believe that this is the house, the land that y'all promised us. They say the Mississippi River is really the Euphrates. And it's true, it's drying up too, but they say the Mississippi River is the Euphrates River. Why do they say that? Because that our people was already over here before Columbus, huh? But if they go to one of them entries, I don't forget which chapter and stuff that they're in. Let me show you. Let me see until they all crossed over and they came to a land that no man know, and that land was called Azareth. And when you run the etymological studies and stuff on it, you'll come up with America or Americas or something like that, however it's pronounced. And so that's how we got over. Most of the 10 tribes is the one that made it over. Judah came over by ships just like the Most High promised. Judah wasn't over here. The other 10 tribes was North, South America, them was. But Judah didn't. Because he told Judah, keep disobeying me. This time you're going to go down to Egypt in the house of bondage in ships. And we kept obeying him. Our folk kept disobeying him, right? And so that's how Judah got over here. And it was something else I was going to show you. And Judah went through the worst of all the tribes. Do you believe that? Judah went through the worst of all the tribes. And that's another reason, not just the reason, but that could be another reason why the Most High is going to put Judah first. Look what he said here in Zechariah, the 12th chapter, starting with verse 6. He said, in that day will I make the governors of Yehudah like an hearth of fire among the wood, and like the torch of fire in a sheaf. And they shall devour all the people round about, all the right hand, on the right hand and on the left. And Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place, even in Jerusalem. Yahuah also shall save the tents of Yehudah first, that they glory, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Yehudah, meaning Judah. In that day shall Yahuah defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, meaning David. And the house of David shall be as Allua, and the angel of Yahuah before them. So Judah is going to be first. The Most High, and it's all been written, the Most High have big plans for you and I. That is of the house of Judah. That is of the house of Yehudah. He have big plans for you and I because we have suffered the most. You hear me? But we're the most hard-headed. We're the most stubborn. We're the most rebellious. We're the most not caring. We're the most, another word I want to use for it. We just don't care like we should. We don't consider like we need to. We just don't do these things because we don't believe anything. I'm telling you, let the Most High fix you. Let him fix you, Madison. Let him fix us. Let him fix you because he's the only one that can do it. No one else can fix you. We look for love in the wrong places. We look for people to help us, to mold us, to make us feel good about ourselves. Listen to Yahushua. He told you he's that you're the apple of his eye. He ain't enough for us, all right? Let him do what no one else can do for you. He promised it. Get with him sometime and say, you promised this. You promised this. And you know what? When he made promises, Rob, he might not have made a promise to you, the person, the one person per se. But when he made promises to his people, that included you. That included you. I understand that. Get before him and remind him of his promise. Just don't go to him, Yahuah, in the name of Yahushua, give me this and give me that. You got to go to him thanking him first. You just begin to thank him first. I never start a prayer by asking him to give me something. I always start my prayers by acknowledging who he is first. You're this, Father. You're holy. You're magnificent. Oh, I'm so grateful for you and all this kind of stuff. And then begin to thank him. Begin to thank him for these things. I promise you, this is how I've done for years. And then begin to pray in the spirit, speak in tongues to him. I don't care what you say. We don't believe in nothing. Yeah, I pray in tongues. You know. It's an order to him. And I promise you, man, Yahuah would do everything that he promised that he would do. We think that he's not doing it because it looks like he's not doing it, Lily. You know why? Because that's what you asked for. He's working on you first. So you can keep it when he give it to you. And so we don't understand that he's working on us first. We don't understand that. You got me? And so we'll never even know that or acknowledge that. He's on us first. Huh? Them little old gnats that's getting in your face, them give me some little old gnats that's getting in your face, and you trying to fan them away, and you mess around and hit your own nose. You little gnats that's flying around you, and you fan them away, and you mess around and hitting your own glass that fly off your face. That's Yahuah dealing with you. You ever been sitting outside and stuff? I know I have. Sitting outside and stuff, and flies be trying to fly around, and you fly and knock your glass off, and you get mad at yourself. You get mad at the fly and stuff. That's been me many times. I'm just giving you an analogy. This is when Yahuah is dealing with you. But we won't stay in there and believe him long enough because we can't detect that he's getting me ready for what he promised me. You hear me what I'm saying? For instance, I'm praying for I'm not praying for this, but just say I'm praying for a 5-6 bedroom house. Now, a 5-6 bedroom house, and but I'm only used to paying $300 a month. Anything over that, I can't conceive it. I can't conceive it. So he began to deal with you, or even about making more money, trying to bring you in other areas to make more money that you ain't willing to go because you don't know. He's trying to answer your prayer because you ain't finna get no 5-bedroom house and then in upstate New York for no $300 a month. Are y'all following me now? So he began to work on you, but because I can't detect he's working on me, then I get mad at you for not answering you didn't answer my prayer. I'm answering your prayer, but I'm not going to give you this when you're not ready for it because you'll destroy it. And my barakahs are durable. My blessings, my baruchs are durable. Somebody ain't getting this. Y'all getting this? Hear me what I'm saying. But he started dealing with those people. He was telling his people. Now, I'm trying to get down to the part where he was telling Judah, don't come to me where you and say that you ain't sin. Because all of us have. Don't come to me with that. It says this. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims in the earth. He that selleth, I want to skip that and go on down. Let me see. Well, let me just read that. It says in verse 41, it says, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. In other words, he's saying ain't nothing gonna matter when all these judgments is in the earth. I don't care what you're doing. Ain't none of it gonna matter. Our focus needs to be up on him. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it. You see? I got some stuff I need to say, because it's rough, right? It ain't gonna make no difference. It ain't gonna make no difference. Man, the world is gonna be tore up. It says, he that soweth as if he should not reap. He's saying those things because no matter what you're in, it ain't going to matter. I need to be your focus here. I need to be your focus here. I tell you one thing that what you need, and we ought to have a lot of it. We ought to have a lot of it. You know why? Because we are the biggest consumers. When this money fall, you ought to have a lot of stuff where you can barter. Now, if anybody ought to have some stuff that they can barter, are Judah, because we ain't never satisfied. We just constantly buy. Oh, I like them shoes. I got to have them shoes. Ooh, I got to have those earrings. Man, I got to have that suit. Everything. You ought to have some leftover house. We are consumers, and I bet you we ain't got nothing to barter with. does this make sense? I'm going to be done in a minute here. We ought to have some stuff to barter with because all we do is buy. Now, I'm thinking about this. I was thinking about this the other night. You know, well, money going to fail now. I said, I got a lot of stuff. Because you know what? I done bought. So I ain't just talking about you. I'm talking about me too. I got a lot of stuff that I might can have that hold me out, Rahab. That hold me out. Got a lot of stuff I can barter with. Oh, well. You remember the book of Eli? And Denzel was trying to get something. He pulled off a scarf. He pulled a scarf out that bag. A scarf. Good scarf. Fella gave him some water for it. He pulled out some wipes and everything because what? Woo. Them little wipes. But he bought her with some wipes. We got to think, y'all, because if we continue to keep this attitude that we have now, we are not going to make it. You got to come down off your high horse. You got to stop being aloof. You're going to have to come down because I'm telling you, Babylon is falling. Don't be like the merchants begin to cry over her because you can't get a ham sandwich no more. Are y'all following me? The way some of us now, even with our attitudes, our ways, our attitude and our ways, when we come down to nothing, we ain't going to be able to go through. We're not going to be able to go through, Sister Lily. Are y'all following me? Come down. Come down. Come down. You got to know what the scripture says concerning those that think they're high and mighty. Yahuah despised. But he's good with a contrite and a humble heart. He will not despise. You hear me? Think about where we are, Judah. Because many of us, soon as we get, we used to carrying a dime, but soon as we get 20 cents, we think we aloof. I'm telling the truth. We think we better than folk. We act like we better. You ain't nothing. Bill Gates was made out of the same thing you made out of dirt. All of us made out of dirt. And some of us we just don't get it. We just don't get it. Some of us think that we're better than others because of our position. There's preachers that think they're better than their members. And they ain't realize that they the one that's supposed to be the servant to them. You hear me? I promise you, we don't have it together. We're messed up. And can't anyone tell us now? No one can tell us anything about what's happening and how we are, all of these things. And Yahuah keep talking about loving one another. He keep talking about us loving one another. Why is it so hard for us to do that? You ain't going to keep putting it on slavery. We can't keep using these prop sticks to excuse us. Yeah, I know a lot of us we still got trauma in us from what happened to our ancestors because they've been passed on. But Yahushua done came. We supposed to be getting over some stuff. I had to be a little angry at what happened and stuff too. I say it I'll be all right being a little angry and stuff, but we got to be getting over some stuff. He said, I'm the one that healeth all our diseases. I'm the one that healeth all your diseases. And then sometimes, a lot of us, we come up with stuff, Mary, to get other people healed. And we come up with different snake oils and stuff. And we want $1 million for it. They can't afford it. We don't make nothing. And I know we don't make nothing affordable for our people. We got to come up with some plans, man. And some plans on how we have to be toward one another. Because we're off the chain in those areas. We need to come up with something. You know, as long as I just think about a lot of stuff. We could have been and come up. Okay, just say, Mary get to going through, and she really need the help. We all been had a plan for that, and still, we won't even take each other in our house if the house burned down. We can't even tolerate one another long if one of our house burned down and they had to come stay with me or come stay with you. Y'all see what I'm getting at? We're off the chain. And if we do let them come in, well, now, you've been here about 30 days now. Come on. That's too long, ain't it? Too long. Yeah. We ain't gonna put up with that stuff. Man, we are messed up. We just won't tolerate our own folk. Now I know our own folk that learn some scheming and all this kind of stuff, but that, you put that down before we even come in the door. I said, now I'm gonna let you come in and live with me because I know you had this misfortune. I said, but I know about you, and I ain't gonna have that in my house. Now I'm gonna let you live here because you didn't have a misfortune here, but I know about your scheming. I know about your stealing. I know about your mouth. I know about you. See, we don't know how to put the stuff down with people when we first face them. So now the people think that they got you, and then when you do, you get tired of their crap, and then you tell them something. Now they got an attitude with you. You ain't got no reason to have no attitude with me because I put you up front when you first come here to live with me. Y'all think I'm playing. I think I'm playing. Stuff had to be spilled up front, you see. Especially if you know about a person. Well, Johnny, I heard about your misfortune and stuff, man. And that's very misfortunate, and I'm sorry. And you can stay here a few nights. I said, but I know about you now. Don't you put your hands on nothing that don't belong to you. You can eat when we eat. You can sleep when we sleep. But don't be creeping around the house and stuff like this. But I'm going to take care of you while you're here. You do me right, I'm going to do you right. Don't start nothing, and it won't be nothing. But some of us too nice to do that, Ty. We don't want to hurt folks' feeling. If his feeling get hurt by me telling the truth about him wrong, well, you don't need to stay here. Go live under the bridge. No. You got to let people know stuff and let them know what you expect first jump. Well, they're in a bad condition. Don't make no difference. All swelling goes down. Y'all think I'm a monster, don't you? No, I know how to keep some peace in my house, even if a stranger there. You can think whatever you want to think about me. I know how to keep some peace in my house. Yeah, man. Yeah. It don't matter what people think about you. Yeah. Use you for instance. Just say, look, Eden is Bob's friend. This ain't her granddaughter. This Bob's friend. You got me? This Bob's friend. Bob's friend had a misfortune. You got me? But now, she Bob's friend, but I know Bob's friend is nasty. In more ways than one. She nasty. You Bob's friend now. You're not my granddaughter. You her friend. You're not Eden. Your name is Sue. Sue had a misfortune. And Bob finna let Sue stay in the house for a few days. We're going to have to let Sue know some things before she come through the door, Sheriff. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to be nice as I possibly can. I'm going to try to be nice as I possibly can. But Sue, you can come and live here. But Bob, I'm going to leave that to Bob because that's a woman. Bob, you're going to tell Sue to take a bath. Before she come up in here, sitting all on my furniture. Hey, don't. Cut it off. I'm done. A little bit of that. Let me find it here. For the strangers shall reap their fruit and spoil, their goods overthrown, their houses, and take their children captive. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more thy deck their cities, their houses, and their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sin, says Yahuah. Like as a whore envieth an honest, virtuous woman. Do I need to elaborate on that? This is why some women are jealous over when y'all are keeping y'all selves and y'all walking right. These street women, they don't like that. Whorish women, they don't like a righteous, virtuous woman. A whorish woman is jealous. Huh? No, they're not jealous because you got the man. They jealous because you are virtuous and you righteous and they are whores. And they really want your life. And I saw on a video one time, and you might have saw it too. They asked the women this question. There was a guy, he asked a woman this question. How do you think a man, how do you think a man would prefer you? Natural or with the, what y'all call BBLs and the eyelashes and all that kind of stuff. And they asked the women the question. It was about 5 of them. And you might say, well, what are you doing watching something like that, Pastor? Well, I scroll a little bit sometime too. And I just run up on stuff. And it'd be interesting. Huh? And they asked these women this, and they said that they think a man would have us to be made up. You know, they just get all the women like that. The man would like for the woman to be made up. And then they asked the men the same question. Would you like a woman made up or you want a natural? All they had about 5 men. Natural. And the bottom line was that women, and y'all won't admit it, y'all fix up to look good for each other. Men love natural women. And y'all don't even know that. Y'all think that y'all fixing up for us, but y'all fixing up for each other. Ooh, girl, you ought to put on that color lipstick. Ooh, girl, curl your hair like this. Ooh, girl. They ain't following me, Dom. They just looking at me like, that's a hush. We like natural women. Don't we, Rob? Don't tell me you ain't in it. What about you, Don? What you say, Mary? I heard you. What'd you say? You all? Yeah. Well, we don't care about it a little bit, you know. But we talking about these ones that look like Snuffleupagus, and you know what I'm saying? And they hair way down here, and we knew you ain't grew that out your head. That ain't come out your head. You feel me? We don't like that. And you know, and then your clothes are painted on you. You understand about what? The weave. The wig. We don't care nothing about a little wig here and there. I don't. You know, but don't. I just always drift off in something else. But don't, that didn't come out your hair, your head. And it just looks so. What'd he say? What'd he say, Allison? What'd he say? You like girl with short hair? Pass down through the family, boy. Yeah, but yeah, man. Yeah. Huh? See now, as long as I'm talking about the word, I'm asking y'all something. When I get talking about some foolishness, everybody talking. I'm just cutting up. Hey, let me read this and we're going to go. Let me find it again. We're going to go. It says, for yet a little and iniquity shall be taken away out of the earth. That's when he's judging all this wickedness. All this iniquity is going to be taken out of the earth. Let not the sinner say that he has not sinned. He's talking to his people here now. Because he said up front, he said, "Oh, my people, hear me, receive it." So he said, let not the sinner say that he has not sinned. For Yahuah shall burn coals of fire upon his head, which saith before Yahuah and his glory, I have not sinned. Yeah, you have. Yes, you have. You ain't good. You're not good. I know y'all rather for us to tell y'all good all the time. No, we ain't good. We're not good people. We can carry, y'all know what I'm saying. There are some good people. You are some good folk, but you know what I mean. But Yahuah see everything. He see it all. It says, behold, Yahuah knoweth all the works of his people, of men, their imaginations, their thoughts, and their hearts. He said he know it all. Which spake but the word, let the earth be made. Because he said, he the one said, let the earth be made, and it was made. Let there be light, and there was light. He did also, he knows everything. So we can't go before him and act like we're self-righteous. Self-righteous, he will reject us then. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. And become like Jacob. Jacob said that he pretty much, he said, Father, he said, Yahuah, I'm just a worm before you. Just a worm. So let's humble ourselves and continue to seek his face. And because the days are coming, which we've never seen before. And children, I really admonish y'all to get it together. Especially y'all younger teenagers and stuff. I admonish y'all to get it together. Because a bad day is coming. And y'all are spoiled. Y'all are spoiled. Look, all that money we got, that we'll buy this for y'all and buy that for y'all, it coming a day where our money ain't going to be worth nothing. We'll still have all them dollars, Allison, and you might as well just take it to the trash and burn it. You don't believe that, do you? You don't believe that. See, now's the time to really buy some stuff that you need while your money still got some value. But many of us ain't got none because we've been consuming all our life stuff we don't need. Now it's time to buy some you need. My wife had a great idea this morning, and I ain't gonna tell you the whole story, but her, to tell you a little bit about our business, her employee check, go to the bank every month, get direct deposit, right? And she come up with this here this morning, and she said, instead of me going to the bank to get this out, she said, why don't you give it to me and you can pay some off or whatever was in the bank. I said, okay, that'll work. You got me? The time now is to spend and take care of the stuff that you need. Because the money, I know y'all do not believe this, but you're going to see this in just a little while. The Agendas 25s and Agenda 30s and stuff, pull that stuff up and read it. Pull it up and read it. Type in, I wouldn't care if you did it while I'm sitting here talking to you. Type in the 159 countries that is de-dollarizing the dollar. It's right around the corner. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want it to be, Mary. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened when we wake up Monday morning and your money worth nothing. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want it to be. Huh? Yeah. I'm telling you, man, there's 159 countries have gained with Russia and China being the center of it because they're tired of America bullying them, putting sanctions and stuff on them. So they overthrowing the dollar now because the dollar is the world, currency. You got to use the dollar to buy oil. I don't care if you are from Russia. If you want to buy oil, you got to buy the dollar. You got to buy it with the dollar. And I don't know a whole lot about that deep financial stuff like that, but I do know some. That when this here happen, we're going to be in bad shape. You got to trust in Yahuah. He'll pull you through it. Huh? Well, you see, you trusting in him, he's not going to let you starve, Yasmin. Where you used to buying maybe 2 loaves of bread and maybe a steak and 3 steaks or this here and that, you might just be able to buy 1 loaf of bread and a bag of bologna. You feeling me now? He's not going to let you starve, but it's going to get rough for us. It's going to get rough for us, particularly us here in America, particularly the Israelites that's here in America, because we've been spoiled. Even though we've had our brains beat out, and our ancestors have, but we've been spoiled too. Right? And it's going to be rough for you. Our children, they act like they can't even. All that sleep, Chloe, you're in harmony, require, need. There's going to be so much going on. Y'all ain't even have time to sleep. Y'all going to be dragging. I'm telling you, Rob, they going to be dragging. But it's going to be rough around here. It's going to be rough around here. But you know what the Most High is using that for us, Allison? He's using that for us to be the part and no longer just look the part. No longer for us just looking like we're Israelites, but to be Israelites. He's making our hearts. He's molding us. He's setting us up, Deborah, to be what he needs us to be. But go through. Don't deny his name. I'm telling you, do not turn on him. Do not receive the mark of the beast. Now, I know I'm just talking some Greek to a lot of these Christians today because you've been sold that bill of good like you're going to be out of here. No, you're not. You're going to be faced with accepting or rejecting the mark of the beast. And if you reject the mark of the beast, get ready to face things. Get ready to face guillotines. You know, they already got the, what these places, these concentration camps waiting on you, waiting on us. Be ready to go through. Because he said if you save your life, you're going to lose it now. And if you lose your life for my sake and the Bosra, you shall find it. So be ready to go through, Madison. Don't deny him because you're hungry and you can't get what you need, Yasmin. Don't deny him. If you deny him, that's it. Your soul is lost. Your soul is lost. Children are going to be turning their parents in to the Antichrist. Children are going to be turning their parents in. Parents is going to be turning children in to Caesar Borgia. I promise you. Going to be turning them in. Y'all ain't hearing me, are you? This ain't hitting y'all at face value, is it? Because you think I'm just rattling off. These days that I'm speaking of, they are well on their way. But our salvation is even more closer than when we first believed. Y'all hear me? So prepare yourselves. I mean, help us. Help us, Yahuah. Get your oil. Fill your lamps with oil. And so that you will not be without. Don't be a foolish virgin. Don't be that. Because these days are coming. These days are here. They are here. You just don't know what's going on in the real world because we are so consumed in the virtual world. So you don't know what's going on in the real world. All right, we're going to ask you to stand to your feet, and we're going to let you out of here. Just want to pass that stuff along to you. So this is what we're going to be trying to embark upon.